Hello and welcome to Stands to Reason. My name is Dan and I will be your host for this video. In this video, I will cover the moon and tides and how they work in tandem. I will show you why the tides have nothing to do with gravity and that the tides work off of a completely different mechanism. This video is a continuation in the Stands to Reason series, which is in pursuit of longevity and making apples. When I say making apples, this is a catch-all phrase for replicating DNA. And what do I mean by longevity? Well, simply put, I mean putting your DNA into its Goldilocks zone, coercing your DNA to operate at its peak efficiency, like where it was when you were 25 or where it will be when you're 25. When you see how the solar system works, it becomes clear that this is going to actually be easy to do. You may be wondering that if we are talking about longevity and not dying or being sick, then why am I talking about the solar system? Well, as you will see as we go along in this video and the next ones, it is the solar system that initiates everything we know as organics. Birds, trees, people, plants. It all starts with the solar system igniting, the star shining. Nothing exists before that, except the original elements, which there are about 90 or so. Therefore, we must start here so we understand where gravity comes from, which is the glue that creates everything. So, how does a solar system function? In previous videos, I covered that the universe is a simple mechanism, which it is. The universe is simply a container that holds solar systems, like pickles in a jar. The universe is just a container. And we live in one of those solar systems. And this solar system is also a container. And there'll be more about containers as I go on. But know that everything beyond original elements is either a container or in a container. Something surrounds everything. As I talk about our solar system, I'm talking about all solar systems, because all solar systems are fundamentally the same. From my previous videos, you should already be familiar with two things: that everything is an element of elements, and the second thing is that gravity is only created when the gravity interlock happens. So, when I decided to start these Stands to Reason videos, it wasn't my intent to discuss how a complete solar system works. In the previous videos, I did away with the space-time continuum concept. You know, space is just space. It has no value. It is space. And time is only relevant from where you are standing at any particular moment. I needed something physical to take the place of the space-time continuum. And when I look at a solar system, the only physical thing I could find was the light emanating from the star, like solar power. This light, or more precisely the rays of light that emanate from a star, is the only physical mechanism which permeates an entire solar system. But it not only permeates the solar system, but it establishes the solar system. When a star ignites, it creates a sphere of light around it. And these rays of light emanate outward in every direction. This sphere of light is the only physical mechanism common to every solar system. And it is this mechanism that dictates the structure of the solar system. These rays of light are just individual rays of light. They're not a solid mass. It is because they are individual rays and because they are not completely uniform in speed that this causes the ordering in a solar system. Now, what do I mean by ordering? All right, fun fact, there is nothing happening in the universe that is not happening on this planet. And there is nothing happening on this planet that is not happening in the universe. Now, this bears repeating. There is nothing happening in the universe that is not happening on this planet. And there is nothing happening on this planet that is not happening in the universe. So when you think back to what I said about the ripple effect of dropping a rock in water, well, faster waves are overtaking slower waves. That creates the ripple. This is what the rays of light are doing. And at certain intervals, like the ripples in the pond, the light rays are creating ripples in the light. Here's another fun fact, something to understand about planets and moons and other things in space. Two things. They are weightless in the universe. There's no weight to them. Now, we may assign weight to them because of the weight we assign to elements within our atmosphere. But in the universe, planets and moons possess no or very little weight. And secondly, planets and moons and such always try to go in a straight line. Circles are not their thing. It is the ripples created by the star's rays of light that coerces the planets into their circular orbits. When looking at any solar system, the order of the planets is dictated by the ripples of the star's light waves. This is the foundation of every solar system. As a solar system is formed, the star will continuously illuminate every element within its sphere. To illuminate means that the light rays interact with every element. And just like the ripples in a pond, ripples form around each element. These ripples are called aura. It is this aura that we see when looking at an element. No matter the size of the element, it can be a speck of gold, a car, a planet, or just one of us. Because it is illuminated, it projects an aura. We can't actually see an element when there is no light. We can see the element because the light rays interact with the element. Since our planet is an element, which is always illuminated, this means that there is an aura around our planet, as there is around every planet in any solar system. they're always illuminated and always projecting an aura. And this aura around our planet acts like a container for the planet. If an element enters the aura of our planet, it becomes an element of our planet. This is what happened with our moon and its aura. It has been contained by our planet's aura. Now, all elements naturally want to go in a straight line. So then the moon is coerced into a circular pattern around our planet because of our planet's aura. As the smaller aura of the moon circles the planet, the elements on the planet temporarily become elements contained within the moon's aura. As the moon's aura circles away, it cannot overcome the planet's aura, and the elements settle back down instead of trying to go straight, because the moon has relieved the aura of the planet. And this is why we experience the tides. There has been a lot of new information about the universe and solar systems and lights and aura ripples and such. It's really a reality check on the classical physics way of thinking. No more space-time continuum or black holes or gravitational lensing and a host of other concepts. The universe is much simpler than all that. But you know, this has to happen. Physics has painted itself into a corner with these theories. People are still dying and nobody is making apples. Life comes to life when you look at the universe in a more realistic way. But there is a lot more coming in the next chapters, a whole new way of understanding of our lives and the place we live in. Before I go, I want to bring up another concept I find fascinating, and that is the concept of falling. While I have been doing this work, I keep coming up with this issue that since this is the way the solar systems work, then I cannot figure out what would be falling. Since everything inherently travels in a straight line and only travels in a circular pattern when coerced by an aura, there's no action in the solar system that could be considered as falling. So if I go by what I consider to be an axiom, a rule, that there is nothing happening in the universe that is not happening on this planet, and there is nothing happening on this planet that is not happening in the universe, that would mean that if nothing is falling in space, then nothing is falling on this planet. Now I can understand that nothing is falling in space, but we will need the next video, DNA and the growing process, to see if anything is falling on planets or moons or such. So that wraps up this video. In the next video, DNA and the growing process, we're going to leave this solar system behind and concentrate on gravity and the gravity interlock on this planet. So take care. I'm Dan. Thank you.